Well, hi guys. It's me again, Miss Amy. Hey, guess what? I wrote that book, Roy the Noiseless Oyster, when my son was afraid of big noises. Guess what he did when he got bigger? He got noisy, because that's what little boys do. They get noisy. So, I wrote a sequel, and it's called Roy the Noisy Oyster. Ah! Can you believe it? Written and illustrated by me, Amy Ditchell. I had to do this project for a class in my college at my school, and so I decided to do a sequel to the first story. So, here's a picture of Roy, and here we go. Roy the Noisy Oyster, written and illustrated by Amy Ditchell in 2010. I made this one myself. I didn't have to send it away because we made it for a project at school. So it's just paper glued together. Dedicated to my son, Ryan, who is my own noisy oyster. If Ryan was an oyster, that's what it would look like. His birthday's coming, so I thought it would be fun to have this online. Question. What noise annoys a noisy oyster? Answer. A noisy noise. A noise. A noisy oyster. You like your pictures? Yeah, I just laid them out on a piece of paper on the table. All these little props and pictures and cut them out. And I took a photograph of it. You can do that too. Look. There's some props that I laid down on the table to make a scene. There once was an oyster named Roy. He was an active, rambunctious boy. He played hard with his toys, making plenty of noise, which caused his poor mom to shout, "Oi!" I was having fun with the sound of oi. When Roy wanted to play on the drums, his mom said, "Boy, you're all thumbs." That didn't matter. Roy liked the clatter, so he banged out, "Rum, pum, pum, pum." Look, there's Roy, and there's his sad mother. He's making lots of noise with musical instruments. My son was getting a little bigger at this time, and he was making lots of noise in the house. He didn't mean to, but he liked it. Little boys like to make noise. Mrs. Whale tried to keep him in choir, but his voice was like the screech of a tiger. She said, "You just shout, so I must put you out. You sound like a siren. Where's the fire?" Look at this angry teacher, because he's making noise. It's fun making this book. I always forget that I have this. Then something happened to Roy. His mom had a new baby boy. "Hush," said his mother. "You'll wake up your brother. You sure know how to annoy." Oh dear. Look, Roy has a baby in his house now. Yeah. We didn't have a baby in our house. No. In fact, our son was the baby. But we had friends that had babies, so he had to learn how to be quiet around babies. Yeah. Roy's dad said he should try sports. Roy can do all different sorts. There's always a crowd, so Roy can be loud. Roy hated wearing the shorts. Look, there's the picture. Basketball, football, those are things you can make noise with. Yes. There. Roy's dad had a friend named Rolf who introduced Roy to golf. Roy played so well, he came out of his shell. They went to the tournament in the golf. When my son was a little baby, we actually went to Florida, and there was a putt-putt golf tournament, a miniature golf tournament that his dad played in. That was fun. Roy met Ollie, his caddy, who said, "Mind your mommy and daddy. There's a time to be quiet. You really should try it. Golfers like things calm, me laddie." Look, I made up the character called Ollie Octopus, and he's giving golf lessons. Wouldn't it be fun to play golf with an octopus? He'd have arms everywhere, wouldn't he? Yeah. So guess what my son learned in golf? It's important to be quiet. You can't be noisy at golf. No, it's not allowed. You have to be quiet. Concentration. Roy played really well in the game. Soon everyone was saying his name. He was about to win the goods from Tigerfish Woods and earn lifelong fortune and fame. Look, who's that? Yeah, it's Tiger Woods. I made him into a tiger fish. Isn't that silly? I don't know if Tiger Woods would be angry about that or not. He might like being a tiger fish that plays golf. I don't know. I just made it up. Roy was finally on his last swing. What a treasure this win would bring. Then there was a sound that shook the ground, and Roy scratched the sand with a ping. Uh-oh, scratch. Don't you hate it when you're trying to be quiet and concentrate and something really loud disturbs you? It's annoying. The noise had come from his brother. In the gallery with his dad and his mother, a bellowing squeal like an injured seal had distracted Roy like no other. Uh-oh. Are babies quiet? No, they're not. They don't understand you have to be quiet. No, babies don't understand. Roy's ball went into the rough. He left the green in a huff. His family felt bad that Roy was so mad. Losing can really be tough. Oh, bummer. Oh. Now Roy is very angry. The noise disturbed him. Roy didn't listen to advice from his mother, nor his daddy or his caddy or any other. As Roy had been told, sometimes silence is gold. He learned that from his own baby brother. So, even though he didn't win, what did he learn? He learned that there's a place for loud noises, right? And there's a place for quiet. Yes. Sometimes it's important to stay quiet. And look, there's my silly illustration of Tiger Woods, who's actually a tiger fish in my story. And Ollie the octopus. Did you enjoy that? Look, and I even had to make a book cover in my class. That was part of the assignment. So here's my book cover that I put around the book. Yep. Roy the Noisy Oyster. Yep. And I had a back for my book. I had to do a back cover about critics. All these critics are pretend. These aren't real. No. And then I had to do a summary of my story, because on the inside cover there's usually a summary of the story. And on the back cover, there's usually a meet the author. Yeah, so I had to write about myself. Isn't that fun? You can write a book too. Yeah, it's just construction paper and a little binder on the side. You could use a notebook that already has binding on it. Or you could use paper and glue and staples and all kinds of things to make a book. Get creative. You can make your own book. Well, I hope this has inspired you to make your own book. You don't have to go through a big publisher. And if you don't want to sell books, you don't have to. You just can make them for your family so you can enjoy reading with your family. I like to make stories that rhyme. And I really wanted to tell my son how much I loved him. So I made a story about Roy being a noiseless oyster when he was young and afraid of noises, and Roy the Noisy Oyster when he got older and he made a lot of noise. Little boys do that. And that's okay. I hope you enjoyed my story today, guys. Have a very awesome day. Bye.